Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Darkest Dungeon, this time around with the Crimson Court DLC installed. I'm Colonel RPG and I'm very happy to have you here with me as I start a new campaign. Now with the first expansion installed, it's the expansion DLC, whatever you want to call it. It features a parallel campaign during the main campaign that takes place, I believe, in a new location. I still haven't played it because, you know, it's a brand new DLC. It's in a new location called the Courtyard, and there's new enemies all throughout the game, not just in the Courtyard. There is a new wandering boss called the Fanatic. There are new things for you to build in the estate, which is pretty awesome, and there's new trinkets. There's also a new class called the Flagellant, and there's a few things that I haven't seen yet, because the last time I really played the game was back in, well, last year when it came out, when I did my second Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. That's right, this is my third Let's Play of this game, because I also played it when it was in early access back in 2015. Wait a minute, yeah, 2015, 2 years ago. So before we start a new campaign, for those of you that don't know why this is called the Darkest Dungeon, for those of you that are new to the game, let's watch the intro cinematic and, you know, get a little bit of a setting.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I've bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the Darkest Dungeon.
And that is why it's the Darkest Dungeon. Well, that's the setup anyway. Before I start, I just want to go into the options here. I want to show you my options for the game, I believe. Yeah, I have, oh, you can't disable that anymore. I do have the narrator disabled, so I'm gonna bring him up to...
Terror, the human mind. The victory.
There it is. Yeah, I disabled it. I usually play without it because, well, it's many hours of playing this game, but for the Let's Play, he's fun, at least for the first few episodes, and he might have new things to say, who knows. But there we are, that's my previous playthrough of the game back in, well, it ended, what's that? How was that? That's not right. That's my time right now. I don't really understand. It might have been because I installed the game and it might have, yeah, might have not gone with that. So let's go with the Crimson Court districts. These are the new things that that are added by the game, and the Flagellant over here is the new hero class that you can add to your old your old saves without actually having to restart. I think you can maybe play all this without having to restart, but I don't really know. Excuse the hiccup. So these are the difficulties. Now the game features 3 difficulties. It didn't have that before. It had a new game plus, which I have never beaten. It's really, really hard. It's extremely hard, and that's still Blood Moon over there. It has a It has a time limit, and everything is really hard and really bad. So I'm not gonna go with Blood Moon. I'm gonna go with Darkest over here, and I'm gonna call it. I can't hold the backspace. A ragamuffin. There we go. More in tune. What? That's not the key. More in tune with our previous name. So it's the Ragamuffin Estate. Let's go. Let's see what this is all about. Well, it's basically exactly the same. At the beginning, it's exactly the same like the first game, but it's been a long while for me. So, yeah. There we go. In our chariot. It's not really a chariot.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places.
Tenebrous.
There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
And here we are in that gaping abyss. Although I could have done without the madness of the driver, to be honest. But yeah, with the stagecoach destroyed and the caretaker gone, you will have to make the journey to the hamlet on foot. Well, the caretaker is not actually gone. We'll see him. But the one who's talking to us right now, by the way, is our old...
have run up these lanes.
This guy.
Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Okay, this is our first combat. So, yeah, that guy
Dispatch this
is actually
thug in
our
brutal fashion,
ancestor.
that all may hear of your arrival.
Kill the enemy indeed. Let's go. Let's kill this guy. Ooh, nice. A 6 already. Down here you can see, if you hover over anything, you can see a bunch of stats like hit chance, damage output. So this one is pretty good.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, press.
Give them no quarter.
So there we go. We got 250 gold. That's pretty good. We have no torch, unfortunately. Oh, maybe we're gonna get some. Let's see if I can help it with him instead. I can indeed. Good. These are curious. And, well, that's the name that I give to this thing. 1,000 gold. That's actually pretty good.
Staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Go away. I wanted to look at... Yeah, that's the one. I want to look at my characters, so...
unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Leave nothing... Oh, yeah, about the things before. So, yeah, we have Reynold, which are... They are always the same ones at the beginning. Dismas and Reynold. I hope they will survive forever. But they always have the known cheat right there and the... kleptomaniac over there. I don't know if he always has the God-fearing, but he's always a kleptomaniac. So Reynold is gonna be a bit of an issue because he steals our stuff, and that's really bad. That's really bad because we need the stuff. So I'm always keeping an eye up here for the light.
Send these vermin
Nice, you got 2 surprises in a row.
The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
You were never welcome in the first place. So there's a lot of stuff to learn about Darkest Dungeon. I'm gonna get you introduced. If you're new to the game, I'm gonna get you introduced slowly, not to overwhelm you with too many things right at the beginning. And for those of you that are not new to the game, I also don't want to bore you to tears with well, maybe not to tears, but bore you in general with all the little details. You will see that we have 2 bars. Basically, the most important thing about this game is that we have 2 health bars, effectively. We have the actual HP, which is the health points, but then we have stress down there. And the thing about stress is... Nice. The thing about stress is that... oh, come on. I'm trying to bring this guy down because he's nasty. He gives us stress. Point blank shot. That's actually not a stress ability. Some abilities will... Oh, that one... Yeah, that one pushes you back. Some abilities will give you stress, others will not.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
I still remember most, if not all of them, of the ones that really give a lot of stress, but for the most part, what you really need to be on the lookout for is criticals. Criticals are very good for you if you score them, but they're very bad for you if you receive them. And this guy can crit the whole party at the same time.
Nerves.
And that's pretty bad.
Panic.
There we go. So we got this guy over here. I'm gonna try and stun him. That's this stunning blow over here. 100% chance to stun. He does have 25% chance stun resist. So if you hit that, the 75% chance that we actually score the stun. So yeah, basically you want to keep your stress as low as possible. Having high stress is not actually an issue. The problem is
broken. Maintain the offensive.
excuse me. We got a stalwart bundle. Yeah, these are items that you get. That's really nice to get a proper item right at the beginning. Let's continue adventuring just so I can show you an interesting thing. Actually, I'm not gonna show you the interesting thing, but we could open this. If we had a key, we could open it without being trapped. But these things doesn't look quite right on this one. Yeah, it says right there, doesn't it? If you have a key, you can open it. So basically, having stress doesn't really matter. The problem is when you reach 100 stress. And at 100 stress, excuse me, when, your friends will become, generally, well, stressed. And they will start doing nonsensical things, like attacking without your permission, or not attacking at all, or moving from place to place, or refusing to receive healing, which is pretty bad. And also, they will start saying wise things, wise-ass, I guess, things to your companions, or to their companions. So they will start spreading stress to others, and that's pretty bad, but that's also pretty funny. It's basically the heart of the game, really. So let's complete our quest over here. That is done. I like, it's very important to keep a position. I will show you that in a little bit. Let's see what we gained. Quite a lot of good stuff. That's pretty awesome. We keep the food, apparently. We didn't used to keep that, but apparently we do now. And he became a Warren's Tactician, which is pretty good. It gives him plus 15% damage when in the Warrens. The Warrens are a location. So there are now, I believe, 5 locations.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now. And you are bound to them.
I am. He also makes a big pauses for the dramatic effect, and I never know when he's gonna stop. This is the graveyard.
Most will end up here.
Yeah.
Covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Merciful oblivion. Well, if they never came with me in the first place, they wouldn't need the mercy of oblivion.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So here are where you can get basically all the cinematics. There's new cinematics as well, although I'm not really sure how that's gonna pan out. We have things over here. Oh, the Crimson Court. Ooh, look at them! The Countess, there's 4 bosses as well. I only see 3, so I don't really understand how that's gonna go. So there's probably like 3 normal bosses. So basically the game has 3 versions of each boss, and you beat them and you understand and you learn what they have to say about their history and all that sort of stuff. And it's pretty interesting, and you can read that in there. So first things first, I have a strategy, basically.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
They're not corpses yet. So I have a strategy for early game, and basically that's never spending any money or any of these things down here. Very important. You can also trade them in, which you couldn't in the original game. It's very important to remember these. So what you can do is you can upgrade each of these places, and if we get lucky, we can actually upgrade this to 4 early on. There we go, that's good enough. So we can get...
foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
Of the damned. He actually says some stuff about those guys as well as you recruit them, but I didn't give him time. So yeah, basically it's important to have, if you can, it used to be very easy. I will embark. It used to be very easy to get 4 heroes on the 2nd week, because we're in the week, where did we see that? Week 1? I think it's over here. Week 1, there it is. It used to be very easy. You just upgraded twice the stagecoach over here. That allowed you to get 4 heroes per week, which was pretty important for me, but now you can only get 3 most of the time.
Of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
You see the pause? So basically here are our new guys. So we have, I didn't actually talk to you about this. There's the Crusader. He has special skills that I really like, actually, one of my favorite classes. And Dismas over here, the Highwayman, he also has more skills. You can see this over here, that's its preferred position. You need certain positions for certain skills, like you can see those dots up there. Basically, the yellow ones are where you can use that ability from, and the red ones are where that ability applies. So it's pretty interesting that way. I like the system. So Bully over here. Oh, by the way, if you want to get in the action, and just want me to name any of these guys, except for Reynold and Dismas, you can go ahead and leave your names down below. I will put your names in here in order of submission. So you have Bully over here, our Plague Doctor, one of my favorite classes as well. I really like them. They're good healers, despite they're not healers. Despite not being healers, they're good healers. But the proper healer would be this one. Let's see what I can do over here. So you get the mace for the front line. It's not a very good set of skills. The usual suspects, yeah, you can actually switch that around and it becomes the Red Hook, but it doesn't really matter. They have a lot of names for the positions and all that sort of stuff. So we have our first mission. As you can see, we have the courtyard over there that we have not unlocked yet. I think we're gonna need to destroy somebody in the Warrens to unlock that. And we also have the Darkest Dungeon. I shall be a soldier against corruption. They say a lot of stuff as well. It's pretty cool. Our mission is to explore 90% of the rooms, and that's usually how that goes.
Of preparedness. Measured now in gold.
Later
in blood.
Yeah. I really like his stone. Some people are annoyed by him, and I do understand that. I am gonna disable him in a few episodes, not the first ones though. It's been a while. It's been a while for me since I heard him, so I'm not tired at all of him. So yeah, I really like his stone, and I think that the narrator really helped the game in terms of just exposure. So for right now, what we're gonna take, I always take 2 shovels because I like being prepared. Shovels will be used eventually, you'll see that. They also can be used as keys for some things, but not for many. We also bring a key, which is important. You could bring more, but they cost money, so it's kind of one in short missions is what I tend to bring. Bandages are kind of important. I don't think I need it for the first one, because the first ones tend to be very, very easy. It's a level 0 mission, so it shouldn't be a problem. Always ate food for a short mission, so let's go with that. Can I put that back? No, because it's given to me for free. I can't sell those back. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, also some classes give you certain items at the beginning, which is pretty cool. I think that anti-venom was the Plague Doctor. Oh, the narrator didn't say anything. It always does. Come on. Okay, so let's go on in, and we can see our map over here. Now it's getting to be a proper map. We have a torch. Very nice.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Indeed. What is that? Oh, default body order. I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. That's very easy to... Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, we've got our first group of enemies. Very, very easy enemies. I'm gonna try to kill you right away. Very good. And I'm also gonna go with a heal. And the reason why I go with a heal is because it can crit. And well, actually, that wasn't a very good way of doing that. So the good thing about the heals is that if it crits, it gets the heal or the crit, the stress heal, I should say, on the healer and the target of the heal. So basically, if you don't have anything to do,
so
might as well do that.
in view.
It is clearly in view.
Merely a trick of the light.
There's not many of that. There's not much of it. But ooh, look at that! See, it's what I'm talking
Even
about.
the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Even it. Oh, look at that! Even the cold stone. Okay, so these guys are really nasty. These are the cultist acolytes. And they cast, well, among other things, they cast stress dealing abilities. What I will do, because stuns are good, but not really if you don't have a party to back it up. And especially not really if you... she's got a stun ability that stuns the 2 back row guys. So you saw right there, it took away our light, and it took away... let me do this. And it took away our sanity. So that's pretty nasty. That's a pretty nasty ability. Bump in the night. Thank you very much for not bumping into me. And I'm gonna try, and this way, that's a 1, 2, yeah, she's gonna die already. So I'm gonna try and attack you, get you stunned. That's actually not a very good stun ability. And these guys do have... Was that... Wait a minute. Well, that was really unlucky, wasn't it? Okay, I'm gonna need to zealously accuse you. That's the best name for anything. He just accuses them of being a nice... And they die. He shows them the scriptures and they die. It's awesome. It's awesome. So let's see. Let's get you out of here. There we go.
As the fiend falls,
And now she's gonna die.
Hope blossoms.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So the blood. Ooh, look at that. This is a new
This
thing.
expedition at least promises success.
So from what I can gather is the blood is actually a sort of a buff. You can take it even if you're not a vampire, but if you are, I think you are obliged to take it. I think then later on we're going to be able to make blood in our own estate. But for right now, let's just read it. The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of blood will be retained in your estate at quest end. They may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. The blood is rare. Spread it around wisely among those in need. And basically what that does is it allows you to not take as much stress. I think there's other buffs as well, but I'm not going to take that. The call is unyielding. Oh, look at that. We got a scouting in the right spot right there as well. Okay, we have 2 good rooms. I kind of want to go to both of them. I'm going to go here. I want to go to both of them because early on... Well, actually, not really early on. I'm wrong here. Anytime in the game, it's important to have as much treasure as possible. We actually got sapphires. That's really good because they are very expensive, as you can see. I also really like the way the inventory works. We got another surprise. It's very important to have a lot of light to get the surprises. I really like that. So I'm gonna try and shoot her. I could go for a bleed on him, and he's pretty nasty. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's a 67% chance to hit. Nice. Okay, so she should be stunned. Fantastic. Okay, so now you are gonna try and get the plague grenade back there, which means she dies, and that stun was irrelevant. But then again, she wouldn't be able to do much else. Let's see if I can. Let's see. He's got 10 health. Got about a 50% chance that I actually killed this guy, and I did it with maximum damage. What did you say? That was good. Rend of the Gods. Yeah, this is a nasty ability.
How quickly
because
the
of that.
tide turns.
Look at that, and they take immediate stress damage. The good thing about this is that I have her, and bandaging. I know I'm not gonna take that. There's no need for that. I have her, and her heal ability, actually stops bleeding, and I think stops other things as well. It's another Rend. Didn't crit. That's all that I care for. He actually resisted this. Oh, yeah, that was not very accurate. He actually resisted the bleed, so that's pretty good. And he's cured of everything. I might kill him. There we go. He's dealing a lot of damage. Good stuff.
Maintain the offensive.
We're always maintaining the offensive. I don't like opening stuff with him, but with Reynold. But I don't think it actually matters. Oh, okay. So we got extra food. I'm gonna take that because that heals. As long as we have nobody. I actually didn't look at their capabilities and stuff like that. Winded. That's not really too bad. And minus 10% damage, or 15% damage on the first round. They got hiccups as well, which is terrible. And a little bit more stress against humans. That's okay. That's fine. Humans don't really usually have stress-dealing abilities. Oh, that's bad. Oh, she didn't bleed, though. But she did get stress. Okay. Where to next? A good thing to relieve stress is the holy water. So I could give it to her, but I'm gonna save it for... I think it is. I think the holy water relieves stress. No, actually, it doesn't. It prevents stress. That's how it goes. So I'm gonna go there, right there, and then come back. It's very important to always go... Oh, that was a dodge. Nice. We're not really spotting the traps, which is nasty. But it's very important to always go forward, never backwards. And the reason for that is because they take stress damage. Oh, that's good. That thing over there, I believe, is a... Ooh, okay, so that guy is nasty. That guy has a very high crit chance. I really hate him. I am gonna try and noxiously blast you. That's unfortunate right there, because that is not gonna kill him. Okay, that's gonna... Well... Okay, let's see if I can stun you. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, he's pretty nasty because he's got a very high crit chance. He's also pretty fast for what he is, which is basically arbalest. Should he be arbalester or something? I don't know. Okay, so this guy's dead because he's not gonna take. His corpse is actually gonna disappear because they do. If it's damage over time that kills them. And I'm gonna try and kill you as well, sir. Because he got stunned, he's got 80% stun resist. My God, they really buffed that. They really buffed that. It didn't used to be like that in the post-launch game. It used to, let's see, so we got 12, we got 13. It used to be that just 40% and then 80% if you stunned him again, and then 120%, and you wouldn't go beyond that.
This is how a life is taken.
But they really don't want us to. They really don't want us to. I'm just getting a little bit of light over here. They really don't want...
gains purchase. Spirits are lifted.
Oh, by the way, he attacks marked.
Is made
That's
clear.
a pretty cool thing. They also deal more damage to marked. Oh, there we go. Pretty good. Okay, let's eat a couple more.
That overconfidence is
And,
slow and insidious
Holy Fountain.
killer.
Get that. Just money. Oh, I think you need to apply holy water to the holy fountain. It doesn't make much sense, but you do. Okay, let me see what that is over there. Looks like treasure. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice my sanity. No, come on. Yeah, just whistling. I hope it has poo. Well, I'm keeping this for myself. Reward hard earned. Finally. Something to smile about, he says. Yeah, a single square backwards is not too bad. There we go. Yeah, we didn't actually lose sanity or stress, so that's pretty good. I like that. That was pretty good. But she's gonna need a little bit of attention. It's bad because she's my healer, so hopefully we get another Vestal. That's their name, their class name. Okay, please don't steal that. Come on. Again, I hope he has poo.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now
That
it must
see,
be carried home.
that's why I hate kleptomaniacs. I hate them in this game. They're terrible. That's the first thing you need to fix is kleptomania. Let's eat that. Yeah, because yeah, that's why we keep food. Because like any dungeon crawler, well, anyway, any old school dungeon crawler. Let's see if I found something. We're gonna go to the last room. You have to manage food. Wait, let's collect ourselves, she says. Yeah, because I stopped. Okay. I can go for that. The shovel is gonna give it... Oh, I have plenty of them, so it's fine. Okay, take the last torch. Ooh, treasure. Nice. Ooh, these bone core tears. Nasty. Tempting goblet, that's the nasty stuff. She doesn't dodge because she's not actually very good at dodge. She takes 19 stress damage. Really nasty. I'm gonna apply this one because the stun is really more for him than for him. So let's see. The bleed is not gonna really work. I'm gonna go with this one. He dodges because he's also pretty dodgy. You can see the dodge down there. 13. No critical, so that's pretty good. A quarrel to her. Let's see. Stun, resist. I'm gonna try and stun you, sir, for 0 damage. Man.
The way is lit. The path
It is.
is clear.
It is. Let's see if I can kill. Yeah, I can.
Only the strength
As long as I hit him.
follow it.
There we go. Okay, so he's stunned. He's not gonna attack now. This guy's gonna take damage. I need to deal 5 damage so he dies when he goes, or 1 damage. Okay, 5 damage. 48, 4 to 8. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he's dead. Whew. Okay, so now you are gonna take, well, another one of these.
Press
There we go, so he's dead as
disadvantage.
well.
Give them no quarter.
And you are gonna get stunned again. Most unlikely, he did. Oh, wait a minute. So that's not. I maybe stunned the other guy twice. Oh, that was a miss. How likely was that to miss? Yeah, he's taking 8 damage per round, so pretty good. This ability doesn't actually make undead bleed, as you'd expect, but it does do decent damage. It's not. It's one of the reasons why I don't really like the Highwayman. The Highwayman is good in certain situations, with certain parties. More importantly, with certain parties. Let's see if she can score a crit. What's her crit chance with this thing? Vessels are usually not. Oh, I forgot to kill him. Vessels are usually not very critty, but. Yeah, so off you go.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ooh, we have a journal page. It's pretty rare. Day 1. Rare are travelers on the roads this autumn. And rather than starve, I pressed my last coin into the hand of one who dealt in rumors and shadows. Ravens carried cryptic notes that there was a person, or persons, who was pledging coin for services best left unmentioned in a hamlet I never had heard of. I am packing to leave immediately. So this is the Journal of Darius, the Highwayman. I was just speaking of Highwayman. That's 2 out of... that's... I never really got too many of these, unfortunately. But it's good that I got one already. Let's use that key over there, because it has a keyhole. Right there, we got a few things. That's really nice. And we're gonna leave, because the quest is complete. Oh, he doesn't say anything. I wonder if they removed some chances for them to speak. So there we go. We got some decent stuff. Not too shabby, I would say. Not too shabby. Also, everybody leveled up. Well, actually, these 2 leveled up. This is actually very important. Nocturnal. That's not too bad. Because I usually go with high torches. Darkness runs are interesting, but I usually do them by mistake. Cove Explore. We got very, very good. Very good stuff. In New Game Plus, I have my experience. New Game Plus just gives you negative
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Those pauses. Okay, so we got 2 more locations. The tavern over here.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
And here he is, the tavern keeper. He's pretty awesome, but I don't really use him very much. And there is the caretaker. He wasn't here in the first week, but now he's here. And he's just gambling, I guess. My very soul, what does he say? My very soul rests on this throw of the dice. Again. Yeah, I don't think you have one, mate. And over here we have the
cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Good stuff, good stuff. I really would like more. I mean, this art style is just so fantastic. I wish they had like pictures of inside the Abbey and all that sort of stuff. The art style for this game is phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. It's one of my favorite art styles of all time. Whenever I think of this sort of... I don't think they could have nailed a better art style than this. I mean, there are some where you will go on an adventure. Actually, you will not go on an next adventure, Reynold. You're gonna stay out of there. Because you are terrible and you steal from me. Yeah, that's right. We still haven't unlocked the other ones. We're gonna need to clear the path for the boss, I believe. But we're gonna do that on the next episode. And we have some new people over here to take on the adventure. But for right now, I am Colonel RPG, and this has been Darkest Dungeon with a Crimson Court DLC. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, as always, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.